Okay, all right.
Marcel Smith.
How you doing?
Oh my God. This is the opening night for 2024 and you brought it.
Thank you.
And this was his favorite spot.
It
right
is.
Here. Well, this and the audience. He walked around the crowd, and people could still hear you singing.
My mom always said I had a big mouth. Okay.
I think that's prerequisite for being able to croon like that.
We had a
Absolutely.
good time tonight. We had a good time tonight.
Good.
I hope to be back here again.
Well, we hope to have you back here again.
Yes. So anybody that's coming out here, this is the spot for California. You guys need to be here. Be here. Be here, folks. Okay.
Here, Santa Rosa.
Yes.
Okay, so you're from Sacramento.
Yes. Originally. Mm-hmm.
Okay, originally. So are you still there?
Yeah. Well, no, I'm in Stockton now, a little 45 miles south, but still in the region.
Yep, you're still in the North Bay area.
I still get to harass everybody.
A lot of people came out tonight, and people were saying, you got to go see this guy on Facebook. So you've been around a little bit.
Yeah.
And, I was looking at the flyer, and there's some names that you can drop. But I'd like you to drop some names. Who is it that inspired you? What got you started? How old were you?
Inspiration, the Motown guys from the early 60s, that era. But then also Sam Cooke is one of my biggest inspirations. And then I grew up singing gospel, singing quartets, singing a gospel group. And so guys like Willy Washington, the Blind Boys of Mississippi, Archie Brownlee, and Dixie Hummingbirds, I was exposed to all that kind of singing. And, it's so funny because now here it is, those guys are long gone, have since passed away. But I was on the recent legendary Rhythm and Blues cruise. And all these young guys, Kingfish and Mack McDonald, we're back there singing this old quartet, and I was just digging this stuff. I said, did you guys ever see these guys? They said, no, I didn't see them. I said, I got to see these guys. They were a little older, but the guys who raised me up in the singing world actually, was singing with these guys. So therefore, I got that lesson, and I stand on the shoulders of those guys.
And now these younger guys were standing on your shoulders.
Me and Sugaray Rayford and a couple of us. We were sitting down having breakfast one morning on the cruise, and we just kind of looked behind us. And he said, wow, look at all these young guys.
That is awesome. We need the young guys coming on now.
And we laughed because we said, that was once us. And we are now the old guys.
Because you're lucky you made it this far.
Yeah. There's a lot of guys who I started out with, and, they're not here. And so I owe it to their memory and all the hard work that they put in, struggling with me along the road to keep this thing going. So that's my calling. And also to the audience, I enjoy the audience, and I like to have fun everywhere I go, and want to make sure that the people that I always, like you saw, I kept getting off the stage.
Took off his shoes.
Yeah, took off my shoes. Yeah,
got comfortable.
Yeah, I got comfortable so I could sing. So therefore, I can make sure I'm on tune. I took off my shoes. Okay. So, but I like to establish a rapport with the audience, and it's not always them coming to me. I got to go to them. And and hopefully once I go to them, they'll come back to me, and we just started like tonight went. It was just an even exchange. We were just having fun.
Yes.
Yeah, and this band, the Blues Defenders. Okay, I hope to be working with these guys again. A friend of mine, Johnny Rawls, he works with them, and matter of fact, if you get my new album, you hear Johnny Rawls's cut with me on the new album.
What's the name of this new album?
The new album is called From My Soul. And it's been charting pretty well. Matter of fact, Johnny Rawls called me Saturday. He said, man, you're on the charts again. Every time I turn around, you're up on, because he gets all the chart reviews. I'm like, okay. I said I get tagged on a few, but he's given me a lot of encouragement and gave me a lot of advice. And I met Johnny Rawls probably in 2010. And it was the first time I met him, it was with him and Otis Clay. so, that's been a friendship that has just grown over the years, and I really love him, and just like, the guys who put my record together, Greaseland, Kid Andersen, and then Rick Estrin and Jim Pugh. I love those guys. Rick Estrin and I
hang out with all the cool cats.
I do. I you know what? I'm not even going to be shy about it. I've got some really cool friends. Okay, and when I'm driving down the road sometimes, and I'm listening to like blues stations, and then it'll pop up the guys I know. It'll say Rick Estrin and the Nightcats, Johnny Rawls, or whoever, it'd be like, okay, I know these guys. Okay,
these are my guys.
Okay, we have breakfast and lunch together. We talk crap to each other, So I love it, and so just to be hanging out with these guys is awesome.
Hanging out, and singing with them.
Yeah, just making things happen. Doing what we love. And see, I usually don't play guitar. I use that for the professionals. But tonight I said, well, first time working out with this group. And, first time working out doing my whole set. I've sat in with them, like with Johnny and a couple other things, and, but doing a whole set, I said, well, just in case, I need to jump in, but I didn't have to jump in. Everything else was just, once they got it, they were on it. I was like, okay, y'all locked and loaded. I got it. Okay.
That was a beautiful guitar.
It is, yeah. I bought that guitar probably, I want to say, probably 2009. And I was dating somebody at the time, and I said, well, I paid this amount of money for this guitar. She said, why would you pay for this guitar? I said, you're not the one for me. Okay, the fact that you have, yeah, she didn't make it.
Okay, fun story, crazy story about being out on the road, living a life as a music man.
Being out on the road, when I was singing gospel quartet, I was always the prankster.
I believe that.
Okay, so I was, especially with the older guys, I was, but I always picked on somebody. So we'll be sleeping, because we traveled back then in a long motorhome. I think it was 30 some odd feet, but you have 5 or 6 guys crowding in, the room gets kind of tight. So one night, early in the wee hours of the morning, I decided I would take some shaving cream, put it in the hands of one of the guys.
Oh, no.
And then I scratched him on his head so he could. But I ran into the back, so. And when he walked up, he's like, what happened? And I was like,
I don't know.
He said, Marcel, you did this, okay? He said, I don't know how you did it, but you did it, okay? Bye-bye. Yes, thank you. Thank you for having me. Pleasure.
Fans.
My pleasure.
Man.
Everybody's here pleasure.
Jeff Bechet. Oh, yeah.
We had a good time.
Hope to see you next time.
Yeah. Love to be here.
He's going to be back.
I will.
Now, how can we find you?
You know what? Social media, look up Marcel Smith, and it usually takes, you'll find this mug somewhere.
Okay.
Okay. But I love what I do, and I hope that we'll get some more bookings out this way.
That sounds terrific.
Okay.
I can't wait to hear and see you again, and just thank you so much.
Yeah.
And the name of that record one more time?
From My Soul.
And that's coming out, and it's out.
It's out.
It's
yes,
out
yes,
now.
Yes. We released that on the Rhythm and Blues Cruise. We released it actually while we were in Mazatlan.
That's the life of a music man. That's a story to tell too.
Yeah. So that was fun stuff.
All right.
Okay. All right.
Hey,
pleasure.
thank you so much.
All right. Pleasure. All right.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.